back in the 80s, a group of middlemen called pharmacy benefit managers were put into place to negotiate on the American public's behalf. They were purchased. When you say captured, because you've shown me this, where you're like, Jillian, United is, tell me if I'm getting this wrong, United is Optum. Optum is United. United owns Optum, and Optum is the pharmacy benefit manager.
Yes.
Prime Therapeutics is a pharmacy benefit manager, but they're owned by Blue Cross Blue Shield.
You got it.
So they bought the middleman and said, F the American public, you work for us now because we own you. You are us now. So the reason drugs in America are 2, 3, 4, 5 times higher than every other place in the world, like Canada, the United Kingdom, other parts of Europe, the reason I hate Ozempic, but the reason they get their Ozempic for $400 a month and here it's $1,200 a month is because here in America, the federal government has given pharmacy benefit managers carte blanche to negotiate drug prices from the pharmaceutical companies. They work for the insurance companies. Then the insurance companies says to the pharmaceutical companies, hey, listen, we'd love to buy Ozempic from you if you give us this price we want. So you charge us $200, but give us a $100 rebate. If you don't play ball, we'll just tell everybody to buy tirzepatide.
You got it.
From, you got it. Eli Lilly.
And then you've got to think, because they've outsourced the governmental pay to the insurance companies, they have captured 100%. 92% of the prescription drug care in America is covered by 3 of the biggest pharmacy benefit managers. Optum is one of those 3. So even Medicare and Medicaid. And so if I'm Big Pharma, I've got to play ball because I have got to get on Medicare and Medicaid. I want to be on Obamacare because the average American is on 4 or more prescription drugs, right? And as you get older, those drugs all get paid by who? Us, the taxpayer, because we are the ones funding Medicare and Medicaid.
Oh my God.
So not only, and guess how much of their revenue comes from Medicare and Medicaid? Anywhere from 40 to 60%. So almost half of the profits are coming from Medicare and Medicaid.
Coming from the American taxpayer.
Yes. We're not only getting screwed on our own pocketbooks, but then imagine me as an employer. Right? Take a drug. Let's take a drug like Ozempic. I'm so glad you said Ozempic or tirzepatide. $1,000 a month drug. I have 330 something employees last I counted. Let's just for simple math, say all 300 of them. That would be $300,000 a month. Now multiply that times 12. Now take that and add a premium to it. Now, at the end of 12 months, the insurance company comes back and says, Brigham, your company cost us $3.6 million.
But it didn't cost anywhere near that because they're not really paying that because they negotiated a secret rebate that they're not telling you anything about. So it costs them half, but they drive your price up lying and saying it costs them double without disclosing the rebate.
Yes. And then they're doing that to the federal government too. And we, the taxpayers, are paying for that. That's the crux of the issue.
Right.
So when we're screaming on a rooftop about the cost, and then that's just it. That's just how the taxpayers are fitting the bill with the health insurance companies.
Right.
But not to get too in the weeds, but take a step back through the drug evolution process. And the NIH is the one that does most of the creating and innovating for Big Pharma. And guess who funds the NIH? Me and you, the taxpayer. Most drugs are already developed and at a stage to go into human trials before a pharmaceutical company ever picks it up. All that research, like Ozempic, these weight loss drugs, these GLP-1s, the NIH was doing studies on these products in the 80s. We were compounding these products before Big Pharma launched them. We already knew about the NIH studies as compounding pharmacies. We couldn't make claims because it would have been off-label. But compounding pharmacies were already making these drugs for a fraction of the cost of what Big Pharma captured and monetized them for.
Which is because why they demonize.
The NIH, what they'll do is they basically, I want to use the word sell the drug. They sign a patent agreement where they get some minor royalties for all of their taxpayers. So the taxpayer is subsidizing the innovation of Big Pharma.
my God.
Then Big Pharma has no expenses on the innovation side because we paid for that shit. Then they get to take it and they use that money to basically buy off the FDA, bring it to market, launch it into a marketplace, run it through the human safety studies. When they do human safety studies, if they don't work around it some way through some backdoor arrangement with the FDA, launch it into the marketplace, partner with the PBMs, and price gouge us again. But we created the drug through our taxpayer dollars, through funding the NIH and its innovation. Then we allow them to capture the drug, profiteer off the drug, profiteer off our disease state, and run it all the way through the system until you're over the age of 65, when then you become full-time, our problem, the taxpayer's problem, in a society where we're chronically overweight, chronically obese, because they've also captured our food systems. And you just start going, how do we make America healthy again? We start by having the damn conversation, and we got to say, somebody's got to say the emperor wears no clothes. The system's broke. It's captured. It's flawed.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure to let me know what guests you want to see on in the future.